So this is the first video for the Lupo, and we have got 4 things to do today. We have got to go and get a microphone. We have got to go and we're going to change the battery fob in the key, because I'm not quite sure what it does, so I need to look into that. We've also got, what else have we got to do? We have got to change the aerial, because the radio's got no signal at the moment. And then the final thing we're going to be doing is putting a radio in the car. So let's start by going out to get the microphone. So this is the new microphone that I'm speaking on now, and I'm hoping that the quality is good. I believe that if you buy a good brand once, you don't have to buy it again because it's that good, instead of buying something cheap, which is what I've tried to do here. So I'm hoping that this audio quality is really good for you and that it improves my future videos. So here's the box of the bits that we've got today. So we've got the aerial, which I spoke about. Instead of getting a new battery for the key, which is what I thought I ordered, it actually came with a whole new key that was a blank one. So that can be of any help if I get stuck for a key for my car, so I can just get that cut. So the first step we're going to do is be changing the battery in the key. Now I wasn't actually sure what the button done, so it's quite interesting. So first thing to do is just take it off and try and pop that off to get inside. Pretty much simple setup, just a little battery like a watch, and that was based on the button. I tested it, didn't work originally, so I knew that what it was the battery. So it was just a case of popping that out of its little case. The VW badge was worn off, so I also bought a new one of those, so fitted that. So that looks all nice, fresh and sweet. Tested it, the light works, brilliant. But unfortunately that's all it was, just a light. It wasn't central locking, which I originally thought it was. But we've got a nice new fresh key, and that's what I'm mainly happy about. Woohoo! So next thing, this crappy aerial. Look at the state it's falling apart. The reception was awful. Whack an adjustable spanner on that, and we're getting that off because it is trash. Screw that off. Pretty simple, really. The new one I got off eBay for literally a few pounds, including delivery. Come with 2 different screws. Wasn't sure which one to use. I like the look of the gold one, went for that first to see if that was the one that fitted. So I first screwed it into the end of the aerial, perfectly fine. Moved back down to where it should be fitting on. Whacked that in, screwed in straight away, so luckily I got that first try. So fit that on, just screw it in until it's tight. That's all done. Simple as that. Nice little modification. I mean, look at the difference. It just looks so much cleaner, so much better. Had a nice little carbon bit on it as well. I know it's not real carbon, obviously, but I thought that looked pretty cool. Very happy with that. Next thing is the radio. So that comes with the little tray, 2 extension bits, and the antenna. So first step is taking the old radio out. Comes with these little keys that you slot in, and you just pull the radio out. It's as simple as that, getting the radio out. And then on the main bit, there's 3 things to look out. There's the antenna, there's the plug that holds the radio in, and then there's the main wiring. The wiring just pops out, and then the plug was the screw off, so it's fairly simple. It's nothing complicated at all, really. That's all out. There's the wiring, just make sure that you don't lose that too far in the dashboard. Next bit is taking the CD bit player out. Make sure you take the CD out first. That was a big mistake that I made. Left it in there, pulled it out, nearly lost my CD forever, so plug that in, get the CD out. Same thing again, put these little radio keys in, they just lock in until they clip, and then you just pull that out. Then pull the divider out, don't throw it away like I nearly did, you got to keep that, which I didn't realise. Now for this bit I went far too in depth to do with all the wiring for the CD bit, and you just didn't need to. It took me a while, but I kind of worked it out. I knew that that was the antenna. All the CD wiring just didn't make sense, but thinking about it, that was the bit we was getting rid of. So that wire and that wire, I worked out we didn't need, so that just plugged right off, just like that. Don't need that bit anymore. That can get chucked away. Now all we're left with is 2 main bits and the antenna, and then when we look at what we got in the box of radio kit, there's the 2 extensions. So there we go. It all made sense. Plug them in. Now we've got the 2 main black ones left. Plugging these in was just a case of matching the colours of the wires up. It's literally as simple as that. You haven't got to be some clued up electrician to do it. It was really simple. Then the 2 main parts go down into one block, and that's what plugs into the radio. So it's just a case of linking everything together and making sure that all that was left was the parts that went into the radio. With this, again, just matching up the colours, doesn't really take much effort. Just wanted to test that it all plugged into the radio fine and that the radio was still working, because the radio came out of my Fiesta. Plug that in, turn the car on, and it worked. So just in case, turning the radio on, checking that the programming section bit worked, so flick it into a channel, make sure that works, turn the car off, it shuts the radio off, all's working fine. Next bit was the cage and the other second part of doubled in, so we entered that fit nice and flush inside there. Double checking that the wires are all okay, tucking them as far back as possible because I didn't want any rattling or any vibration, so I tried to move that out as much out of the way as possible really, just so that the radio fits in nice as well. We're not squishing any wires that over time could maybe break or get a bad connection. Fit the little middle centre part in that separates the top and the bottom. Put the little plug on the ends that stops the vibration of the radio. Whack the cage in so that there's somewhere for the radio to slot into. Pull the wiring out again a tiny bit so that we can just about plug the radio in, that we can slide it back inside. And then we're pretty much done. These are the last few steps. In goes the radio. That all fitted really nicely. I was quite happy with how that looked. I think inside is quite a clean looking interior anyway, so I was quite happy with that. One downside I did do though is the programming wasn't quite working. That was literally just a case of flicking 2 wires over. Next thing, just a little addition. Here in the UK, you have to pretty much drive with telematics in order for the insurance to be cheap, so whack a sticker on. As you can see, I've already done that to my Fiesta when I first got that. Still got the 2 cars at the moment. Fiesta is going soon, you will get a video on that. So thank you for watching if you've watched this far in the video. Social media links down below to keep up to date with me. Thank you for watching, appreciate the support and hope to see you in another video soon. Thanks.